got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cowboys will put toe to leather and we'll get started. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Out of the gun, the inside give. Turning it on! And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Just ran him over. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Williams will pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it! Finds some room! And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll leave it with him. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
They go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Cowboys moving quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Flores. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Flores. Got the quick pass. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. First down here for the offense. From the gun, the ground game. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. There he goes down the right side. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Arkansas State. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Williams looking for a man. Under fire. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Back to pass on second down. Here's the pressure. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Flips it out to the back. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Here we go. The offense changing the play. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Didn't even consider running the punter out there, going for it. 4th and long from the 48. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hamilton. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Grab near the sticks. It's Green. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Gonna run it. It's Ball. Bulldozes his way through. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So They'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense on an upward trajectory because so far this season, they've really struggled. And on that situation on the 1 yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Got it back on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Flores. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ford. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And how do you lose sight of the big fella? I mean, the defense, where were they? They were nowhere around. He comes scot-free. Nice job by the quarterback recognizing it, getting the football, and he does the rest and makes the big play down the field.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. And the Cowboys will hustle to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Cowboys had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. The give to the tailback. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on 4th down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown. I'm going for it.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped edges short. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Using the quick game. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. He knew exactly what he wanted to do with that relatively short kickoff. Took an 83 to the house. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's Flores. The quick out. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might be changing the route. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught over the middle. It's Hamilton. Hauled down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hamilton. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play. And a first down just outside the red zone. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Out of bounds at the 43, and he took that one back not too far from midfield. Great job by the return team. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he he's catching the football, he was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Scanning the field, it's Flores. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my...
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's... Second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Here's the handoff. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They feed him again. He breaks the tackle. It's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Now adjusting. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On the run, fires downfield. He's got him wide open. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And the route is on. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes, and when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. And the Cowboys looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Time to take a shot. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's excellent analysis. They got to do better.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. And the Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Try to get it to the edge. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Flores. He'll take a deep shot here. Reels it in down the left side. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Cowboys racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
And the Cowboys are on the move. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Gonna run it. It's Fields. They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? Give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking left. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal.